Good morning all, CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Thursday morning, December 16th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of SPY, IWM, triple Qs. And right before I get started, again, I'd like to thank people that like and subscribe to this channel. It takes literally a second to like. I'm assuming you same people watch these videos over and over again. I mean, I get between 75 and 100 views a day, even though I have about 1,300 subscribers. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Let's try to get close to 100% amount of views with the likes. I'd really appreciate it. Now, we talked about this in the room prior to the Fed yesterday. I said, Powell could have been speaking yesterday. We could have been hit with a nuclear attack, a 9.8 earthquake, aliens from Mars, and the market would still keep grinding up. I said the only thing that could put this market in a halt would be the Fed. And after what they did yesterday, and after the results of what we saw the last 2 hours and this morning, basically, the Fed, which created Frankenstein, is now being devoured by it. As this market just shrugs off anything and everything and continues to just rip higher. There's nothing above us. It's a price vacuum. Just like we have price vacuums basically from 460 down to the 448 level to the downside. There's nothing to the upside. We are day traders. Doesn't matter what we think of the market. We have to trade what is in front of us. So to that end, right now, our pre-market high is 474.86. Okay, so that's a new high in the overnight right now, 474.86. And our overnight low is 470.06. Your first destination to the downside, the upside from yesterday, will now be a downside to fill the gap. Yesterday's high was 470.90. We're talking about almost a $3 gap now. After having a huge set of single prints and a price probe, now we're talking about a gap possibly of $2 to $3. Now again, there is 75 minutes to go. Volume, nothing crazy just yet. Pre-market, it is 750 million shares. 1,000 shares, I'm sorry. It is 750 million. Now, what is the game plan? Well, the only upside that I could see to take a short against the first time would obviously be the overnight high. Right now, we're about $1 from it with 75 minutes to go. We'll have to see where we open. If we open 2 cents below it, then it's not really a trade. But if we open 50 cents to $1 below it and they attempt to rally, it might be worth a small short the first time. Do I want to take a long right here? No. This market is now so ridiculously long from the last 2 hours, last night, and again this morning, you would expect some kind of inventory adjustment. I want better risk reward against that gap, just like the other day. Think about it. We had a large gap down, had a great inventory adjustment to take a nice short against it. Well, I'd be looking for the same thing for a long now if we ought to pull back to where I'm comfortable taking the long. Those are basically the two plays. Other than that, if the gap fills, take a long against the price probe at some point. If the price probe gets rejected, take a long again against where the single prints are. I mean, we're going to be starting with higher value. So again, I would be looking for longs on pullbacks of any sort. And then don't forget, I'm going to show you the chart, but don't forget, SPY goes ex-dividend tonight. So wherever we close tonight, you're going to have to take, I think it's about $1.43 to dividend, but we'll see exactly tomorrow. We're going to have to take that off the closing price. So we are definitely going to have a disconnect between SPY and ES's market profile starting tomorrow for, I'm sure, at least a couple of days to a week, and then we have quadruple expiration Friday morning. So here we go. Here's the monthly. Halfway through the month, if we take out last month's high, which we're right at right now pre-market, we could have a possibility of an outside month up going into 2022, which would be very bullish. The weekly, we take out, again, I'd like to see us take out the all-time high. The weekly then would go from balance to up, right? Look how things are changing all to the upside. And the daily is certainly up, even though we got into, the daily's in balance for now. We were down yesterday, came back into balance today. So if we take out this balance high, and right now we're $3 above it, the daily would be up. So Santa Claus rally certainly seems to be on. We'll see if we're going to remember after tomorrow with the ex-dividend and everything. You have Christmas week next week. The only thing that really stood in the way of this market from the Santa Claus rallies was the Fed said something that the market didn't like. Obviously, the Fed could say anything, and the market's going to like it. So I would suspect we're going to attempt to continue to grind higher. 117 million shares on the tape yesterday. Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.